One thing I wanted to touch on was brought to my attention earlier. For I guess this would be for like remarried couples. Was that wrong? Um, so it brought to my attention that if you got remarried, right, and you forgot to do, I guess, your paperwork or
Your life insurance.
yeah, life insurance and things of that nature, and something happens to you, whatever the case may be, your previous wife would have all that stuff. If you know, of course, if you had everything documented for her, whatever, like your new current wife, whatever, would get nothing. It was just brought to my attention. I thought I'd just throw it out there for anybody. Make sure you know what I'm saying. Like if you remarried or your make sure your documentation is right for your insurances, how you want your beneficiaries, all that stuff. Just a quick reminder. Just a quick reminder.
Yeah, because they don't care about that being your wife. If your paperwork says, when I pass away, leave all my money to my ex-wife, and you never changed it, guess who gets it?
I know one. I know someone that was in that situation.
Yeah, me
I
too.
was like,
It's
wow.
pretty bad.
Yeah. So tonight, I want to talk about knowing your significant, right? So I think I touched on this kind of before, just a little bit. Like when you're going through the dating and courting process, do you actually take time to know the person you're involved with before you take it to a whole nother level? So if you know, dating or whatever the case may be, and you see signs that may make you uncomfortable, or you're not feeling, do you address it before you go further in the relationship? Because I feel like if you don't, and then you continue on with the relationship, you basically accepting whatever that thing is. So, a situation. Let's say you dating someone and you guys are having problems, whatever the case may be, right? It could be infidelity, it could be whatever the problem is. But then you go on, yeah, and then you continue on dating and eventually marrying this person. And then their bad ways continue through your marriage. Now you stuck because now you accepted whatever that person already had prior to you because you never addressed it, and if you did address it, it didn't get fixed or whatever the case may be. So you continued on. What do you do in a situation like that? How do you handle it? What is your opinion or thoughts on something like that? Let's say it happens and you guys haven't even you still in the newlywed stages and the signs are starting to show up that previously was there when you guys was dating. How do you come to someone now and address it, and for them to say, "Oh, now you acting different because you was cool with it when we just dating. Now we married, you want to change me." What are your opinions on that? How do you handle that? And are you paying attention for the people that's dating? You know what I'm saying? Are you paying attention? Are there things that you may not agree with, and you got to sit back and be like, but is this detrimental to the relationship? We all know that we all got certain things going on with us, but we got to sit back and be like, but is this worth it? Is it that bad that I wouldn't marry this person or go further on with this person? Do we ask ourselves those questions? Or do we just be so caught up in the bliss of, we found love and, again, this person outer appearances fits mine and this person, everything else outside of how that person really is. And you know how they are because some people tell you who they are up front, but we get caught up in the wrong stuff and overlook it.
And FYI, he's not talking about us subliminally, okay? We're good.
So... But yeah, this was something that came up. So what do you guys think about something like that? How do you handle that? Marriage counseling should the first thing you do before you get married.
Mm-hmm. We definitely did pre-marriage counseling, and when I tell you, it laid out like if you are not ready for this, or if you are doing this, and you're not ready to be married, and it really lays out all of the things and makes you think about, is this really what I want to do? One of the questions that was asked of us in our pre-marriage counseling, remember she said, if you have an out, a backup plan, if you have a backup plan and you have an out, then this isn't for you. And I remember trying to think, do I have a backup plan? Because in the majority of my life, I've always had a backup plan. You tend to do that, Look at Dre, see.
Ron said marriage isn't for the weak.
Fact.
Yeah.
Dre had a backup plan,
see,
y'all.
Do it.
But no, we both discussed it, and we hadn't. And I have never in my life not had a backup plan. Okay, if this don't work out, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here, do. I didn't have that with Dre, so the stuff we learned, it was valuable.
As far as with me, when I committed on this time, I jumped in butt naked with it. You know what I'm saying?
Butterball naked.
Butterball naked, 12 feet of freezing cold water. Whew, Lord, I just you know what?
He lost his mind.
Yeah. I do something different. You want something different? Gotta do something different. So for us, we moved pretty fast in some people's eyes. But what happens? I actually was comfortable after having a conversation with another couple that was moved faster than we did actually, and it kind of made sense. I guess I could see both sides. So the whole thing was, what are you waiting for? If you know this the person and you feel this the person, what are you waiting for, right? And you just do it. You grow together. You know what I'm saying? But I always had the mindset is, now you gotta give it time. You gotta make sure it's the person, this, that, and the other. But if your heart and everything tell you, and you want to, what are you waiting for? Just do it, and you guys will learn as you go. It's gonna be easy? Nah, we still learning each other. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it's been pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean it's easy, but it's complicated too, because if you coming out of being single for a long period of time, then you have to adapt.
The adjustments are crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And some people don't want to adjust. Some people don't want to adjust. Some people, get comfortable in their ways. And then trying to learn someone else to make sure, you guys fit,
What's that say?
I laid all my cards on the table, day one. Oh, you was ready, Ron. You was ready. So,
well, doing that, I think that's a good thing. If you are honest and look, this is what's going on with me. This is what I have. These are the issues I'm dealing with, and the person doesn't want to move forward. Doesn't that save a lot?
Yeah. I had a phone call from this girl, and she was at a club. So she called me. She said that she was at the club. She was at a bar. And this dude walked up to her, shooting his shot. So she said, she turned straight up and was like, listen, I'm looking for longevity. I'm looking for marriage. If you're not into those things, please don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Her girlfriend was with her, was telling that you shouldn't do that. You ruining, your chances, right?
What chances? That's what she wants.
Tony,
what's Gucci? I cannot see.
Yeah. So I kind of told her I thought she did the right thing. At our age, man, we don't got time to play
Play
you know
games. And what does she mean by you ruining your chances?
You running people off, because I guess her girlfriend felt that she was giving people ultimatums off the break. Her thing was get to know the person before you start putting all these stipulations in.
But what would you want to get to know if they're not on the same page as you?
But if you're not I might want to get married. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm just in here getting a drink and sparking a conversation,
That's
maybe
true.
that's not, like, dang, already?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
off
So,
break,
yeah,
yeah.
let me get to know you first. Or see, So I guess that's what a girlfriend was
I
trying to
could
say.
see both points.
Right. And so I told her she didn't say nothing wrong. Because when you've been through and go through and then so much, and then, like you said, you get fed up. And sometimes I just want honesty. Listen, this is what I'm looking for. I'm telling you up front. So if you continue on with this, you know what I'm saying, you got to go all the way. Or at least be prepared to go all the way.
Even saying that, though, like, it doesn't mean that that's what the person's going to do. The person could say, yeah, I'm totally in it for that, and be lying. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Hey, David, what's going on?
Both points on it?
Both points. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, I can see both points. But like I told her, I don't think she did nothing wrong because, again, she like, look, I'm a certain age. I don't got time to play games. So she was straight up with it. And if he wanted to see, and not saying that he gonna commit that night, but like, you know what? Let's see where it goes.
You think she would have accepted a let's see where it goes, or do you think she will be strong in that? No, this is what I want.
I don't. That part I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping she's open minded enough to like. You're not gonna get a commitment tonight at the bar over a drink.
Right, exactly.
So, but I guess she's throwing it out there like, so if you pursue it, you know where I want it to go. So this is not gonna be, we're gonna have a drink, we go back go home. No, you're gonna put on work, type of thing. Most females want marriage. Most men want it, but not the first night. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in a certain, I hate to say age.
I was gonna say that too.
About a certain age.
A certain age. Yeah.
Because some women, because they're wired that way. When you raise as a young lady, get married. As men, it takes us a little more time, to get to that point. But I think once we get to that point, we all in. You know what I'm saying? I think we really all in when we get to that point. Like, you know what? I'm all in. I'm ready. And we all in. It's the women I feel sorry for to get with the guys. It's really not ready, but they feel obligated to do it. And if fellas, don't ever feel obligated to do it. If you know you're not ready, don't waste your time nor that person's time.
Especially if you know you're not really feeling a person like that too.
Right. So that's my take. So, but yeah,
but I'm sorry, baby. It kind of makes me hesitant about the age though too, because all of the millennials I know, my sister's husband and all of her best friends and all of the people that I work with, all these people are very young and they're all married, so I don't know if it's the time frame that you grew up in or what.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't looking for a relationship, and I told her that.
I told Dre that I wasn't looking for a relationship when we were hanging out, and I was like, I'm not ready for anything.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
Dre wasn't ready.
I was like, look, I had thought the ship had sailed, to be honest with you. I was like...
Yeah, and we, as boys, because we already had hung out a lot, so hanging out for us was just hanging out. But ours it just happened, like, hey, you fell.
I actually was the one who didn't want to get married, and husband was ready for it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And you know what? But I'm starting to hear that more. Like nowadays, some guys are ready in the female now. I've been hearing that lately. Wasn't like that me coming up or whatever case is, but I'm hearing that now. Yeah. And I guess it's good.
I've been seeing a lot of proposals by guys that are getting turned down by the woman who didn't want it.
Yeah, I remember the one you were talking about.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Oh, wow. That can set a brother back. Guys getting told you we ain't emotionally equipped for certain things now.
When Dre proposed to me, I was in so much shock. I asked him, was he playing? I thought, and he was like, I'm like, are you for real?
Yeah, I got down this bum knee, and she told me something. You for real? Don't lose a feeling in my leg. You want to hurry up and answer? But yeah. So like I said, it's not a rush thing. God truly brought y'all together. You both inspired me and others. I'm thankful for you both. And thank you. We appreciate that.
That's what's up.
We appreciate that.
I look to be an inspiration. I try.
Yeah, I try. But yeah. So that's what was the deal. So now she feeling some type of way because her dude is doing what he was already doing before they got married. And I'm not saying she should accept it.
Did you talk about that?
Yeah,
they got married
less than a year.
In April, yeah.
Less than a year, and but like I said, the things he's doing, he was already doing before you got married. So it's like you knew what you was getting. So that's what I'm saying to you. In some instances, man, pay attention who you're dealing with. You don't have to accept anything. You don't have to accept foolishness. You don't have to just settle. Take your time. I mean, if you have to, like I said, because now my mind's been changed. Because I was always one, take your time. But when it's time, it's time. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be mindful. We have to be open-minded. We have to take the the heart out of it, because we look at the wrong thing. Just because I want to get married, you just want to be married. I want
it to happen.
Yeah. So you overlook all the BS because I want to get married.
And people do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he's nice and he likes me and we spend time together.
Like, he bought me Haagen-Dazs. So, but I'm just saying, just like take your if you see signs, pay attention to them signs. Pay attention to when you guys are dating certain things they say, because that's who they are. You know, so when you just having general conversations, pay attention. So if he's always or she always talking about, let's say they always just keep talking about themselves all the time, you might get a self-centered individual, right? So don't be shocked. You continue on. You like that. They've been like that.
They was like that in the beginning. And what would you do in that situation? I mean, the young lady got married in April, and then boom, her husband's clubbing and got his DMs popping and he doing stuff he ain't supposed to be doing. What?
But he was doing it before.
He was doing it before.
Right. And that's saying,
should she divorce him?
Should have never got married to him. But
she shouldn't have got married.
I mean, what I'm saying is, if you unhappy, there's nothing else you can do. You gotta leave. If he's not gonna change his ways.
Did that with my baby mother back in the day. She was completely crazy, and I never saw it. Or did you see it and ignore it?
Yeah. Like I said, I think it's in some cases, I believe time needs to be involved. I don't want to, because of what I went through, I can't tell nobody no more to be like, man, take your time, because I guess it's a chemistry thing in some cases. So time may not be needed. You know what I'm saying? When it's right, it's right.
I told him I was crazy too. I told Dre.
Is my mom on here? So my
mama told him I was crazy. We was real.
But yeah. So you gotta
probably ignored it. Yeah.
Yeah. And we
do that.
Yeah. We do that. You know what? And what made me so keen on people, which could have been a downfall, I went through some hurt. And like again, in my opinion, I don't think men deal with hurt like women. And so what it did is it hardened me. So I was on it like I thought everybody had a problem. When she walked, she leave with her left foot. Something wrong with her. It was because I just wasn't trying to go through that anymore. My first wife had a boyfriend the whole time. Lord. See what I'm saying? Oh, Lord.
But did you see any signs or... I mean, because a lot of times when you look back, hindsight, just like they say, hindsight is 20/20. Oh my God!
Dre I just said, is my mama on here? And she popped on here. See, she knows. She said, "Let me go in here. My baby might be in trouble."
She must have felt that one, Mama.
What's up, Mom?
Woo. That's hilarious.
That is funny.
So Dre's mom is in the building after he just asked, "Was his mother on here?"
Right.
But did you know how we say hindsight is 20/20? Like, when you
He
think...
said it took a minute.
It took a minute, okay. Because when you think back on some of the relationships that you've been in and stuff,
Right.
and that you've passed, you be like, man, they was like that before. Like, I remember when they did this. I remember when they did that.
Yeah, I had...
You know?
Yeah, after the fact, like I said, when I went through that situation, after and everything, you start looking back and be like, that was a sign, that was a sign, that was...
Right,
and I ignored
right,
it.
right.
Even when it happened, I was like, oh, this is not right. But I was so caught up in something, you know what I mean? And I overlooked it.
But in that same instance, if you see the signs that you shouldn't be with a person, or you shouldn't have dealt with a person, in the same instance, there should be signs that that person is genuine, right?
Yeah. But I think what we mess up at sometimes, because of the hurt, I only can speak from the man standpoint, because of the hurt, we miss out on
good things.
Exactly, because
I
we
agree.
so protected after that.
I agree.
And I probably ruined a lot of joints because I just was like...
And sometimes when you miss, signs, you get nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, you may have thought that the person was a good person.
Right.
And miss a lot of those signs that they were giving to you, big signs. And so then when you do get somebody, it's what? I didn't want to leave my kids. Oh man,
that right there.
Oh my goodness.
Woo. Wrong. Go ahead, man.
There go a paragraph. Maybe your eyes better.
I have a friend who got married last year, and the whole time they worked together, she was being mentally and physically abused, and no one knew. And she thought the marriage would change his behavior.
Wow.
It just got worse for her.
Of course. It's definitely going to get...
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make. And I don't want to say women because... now, this is random, right? But you know how they're arresting all these people for being sexually abusive, the R. Kellys, the Bill Clintons, and all this stuff. But this stuff happens to men, too.
Right.
Women...
It wasn't Bill Clinton. Don't do my man like that.
I didn't say Bill. I'm sorry. Did I say Bill Clinton?
Don't do my man
Bill
like that.
Cosby. I'm sorry. But it happens to the men, too. You just really don't hear about, because like Dre always said, guys tend to keep stuff to themselves, and they don't really deal with certain things that they go through. So I think in the same instance, guys let a lot of stuff go.
So Dave said, it is possible for a guy to have commitment issues, if they never had parents who never been married, or if he or she didn't have anyone to show that example.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we talked about that.
If I told you guys the whole story, it might stop the show. Hey, Ron, it can get personal with us because the relationship you and I have, whatever, but, we ain't got to put all that, everything out. But, yeah.
A lot of women do believe that, though. Like,
can change
if we get married, he won't be that way. And
well, I'm gonna say this. I mean, like I say, this goes both ways. You ain't changing nobody. You keep forgetting. You guys are meeting. You guys are adults. You're not gonna change anybody. They're gonna change because they choose to change.
Exactly.
So if you think you're going to change, you're gonna stress yourself out, and you're gonna ruin the relationship. So don't think about change. That's why I say. Oh, Ma. Oh, he said, bring me on. Oh, bring him on.
Bring him on. Ma, are we...
Hey, Ma.
Dre be warning me about bringing you on, Ma.
No, Ron want to come on.
Oh, Ron.
What's up, L? Ma, the topic is... A situation came up with...
Go ahead, babe.
Oh, a situation came up. A young lady was... If you're in a situation... You dating, but you see the signs. What up, Ron? I'm breaking down to more the situation, what the story is. So you're dating someone, and they showing you who they are, but you continue on with that, and you marry this person. you didn't marry whatever their problem was. Mm-hmm. So in this situation, I guess the guy was, before they got married, was, dibbing and dabbing, blah, blah, blah. So she still got married to him, and he's still doing it. So now she's saying it's an issue. So that's where we are with the story. So now, how do you handle that? What's up, Ron? What's good with you though?
Ron joining us on IG live. What's up?
Let me step outside for a hot second.
All right.
Let me try to cut you up so Facebook people can hear.
Let me borrow the burgundy sweater. I think we hope.
That sweater's dope, right, Tony?
Play too much, man.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Hey, Tony. I thought we was gonna hook up this weekend too to work out on his smoker, man. See, you be bojangling. Yeah. So again, like I say, just looking for input. Like, what's your opinion? Like, how do you handle that? Again, I used to think it was about time. You take your time, pay attention, things of the nature. But then you went to. Yeah, we good. What's up with you?
Ain't much. What I was saying was, if I told y'all like everything that went down with that first situation, like I don't have a problem with talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I'm upfront.
Right.
And it might help somebody else out.
Right.
So the way she and I got together was wrong. Mm-hmm. So if they cheat with you, they definitely cheat on you.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Did y'all hear that? If they cheat with you, they will definitely cheat on you.
Okay.
Right. So everybody saw the signs but me. Right. And the first sign was when it originally started. Remember, cell phones, you had to pay for minutes.
Right.
So her cell phone bill used to be like $2,600.
What? $2,600 for a cell phone bill?
Man, listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. I looked through the phone, because the bill was in my name. So when it came, I'm like, wait, why is our bill $2,600? Right. So I started looking, and I see one number. She talking to this dude for hours.
Wow.
She worked with the Bama.
Wow.
So some people was telling me, like, hey, look, they're a little too close. You might want to check that. So I said something to her, and we had the exact same phone. So, excuse me, one day I picked up the wrong phone, and this Bama called. So I answered the phone, excuse me, and I was like, hello? And he ain't say nothing. So I was like, hello? He ain't say nothing. So I'm like, you ain't gonna say nothing? He hung up. So I went back to the house. I was like, so did you talk to, main man about, getting the truck from him or whatever? And she was like, I don't have his number. I said, well, he sure got yours.
Wow.
So she was like, you going through my phone? I said, look, I grabbed the wrong phone. We got the exact same phone. I picked up the wrong one. It rang, I answered it.
Wow. But you see how she's making you feel like you did something wrong.
Right. So I'm like, so you telling me you don't have this Bama number, but he calling. So I said, well, I'm going to call him back. No, I said, as a matter of fact, you call him back. Mm-hmm. She was like, but I need to call him. I said, call him back. I said, because if ain't nothing going on and you just trying to get this truck from him, call him back. Let's see what he wants for the truck. Let's make him an offer, and let's go pick the truck up. Mm-hmm. So she didn't want to do it. And so it went on for a little bit longer, and that's when I started paying attention to the phone bill. And that's when I noticed, like, her pattern started changing. Mm-hmm. I got the dude number, and I called him, and I was straight up with him. I said, man, look, man to man. I said, that's my wife. I said, so I'm going to ask you, man to man, leave my wife alone. I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not coming at you wrong. And, like that. So he jumped out there and was like, nigga, you ain't trying to see me like that for real. I said, I laughed, and I said, Bam, I know where you work, and I know what you look like. I said, you'll never see me coming. So he was like, oh, if you like that, bring it. I said, all right. I said, okay. So I grabbed the 30-30 and waited in the bushes. But one of my best friends caught me and was like, Ron, don't do it.
Yeah, but you know what, Rob? We talked about that on another show. Like, why is it that you get? I mean, you go after and get mad at the person that's cheating with your wife when your wife is the one that is obligated.
No. I didn't get mad at him. He started calling me out of my name.
Okay.
Saying all types of disrespectful stuff. Right, so when he crossed that line with me, now it's on me and you.
Okay.
He out of the equation now. You know, because I told him, I said, dude, look, straight up, man, just leave my wife alone. I said, I don't have a problem with you because she's the one that's lying. So I'm about to get on her for lying to me. I said, me and you have no beef because you can only do what she allowed you to do.
True.
Facts.
You know, and then that's when he went, nigga, you ain't like that. You ain't trying to see me. Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. Tony.
So, you know, he took it to that level. Right. And then what makes it even worse, he was a deacon.
One goes, yeah. We got a comment that said one dies, one goes to jail, and she lives on. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, he was a deacon.
Okay.
And here's the thing. So I got the Bama's name. I had cousins that worked at NBA. I gave him his name. They gave me all his information. So I told him, I said, Slim, look. I said, you know what? I said, I ain't even going to carry like that with you. I said, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up at the church, and I'm going to let them know they got a devil in the pulpit. And he was like, at the church? I said, yeah, and I gave him the address of the church. Right. I said, I know you a deacon at that church. I said, as a matter of fact, this phone number right here, I called the number out, said, I'm getting ready to call your wife.
He was married? Wow. I cannot.
I said, I'm getting ready to call your wife, so how you want to carry this? I said, because ending your life, Slim, is, you know what I'm saying, that's going to put me in a whole different situation. I said, so I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to call your wife and tell her. I said, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show up at your house. And I'm going to sit down and have a talk with your wife. When you get there, I'm going to be sitting in your living room talking with her about what you're doing with this phone bill in my hand.
Right.
Huh?
Wow.
I'm coming back in.
We got a lot of wows on the floor.
Yeah. so you know, that's how I carried it with him, and he was like, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. You know, he copping please now, but I was like, Slim, you was just the dude the other day that said you was about it, how hard you are, how you do this, and I ain't trying to see you now. You showing who you really are. Right. You scared.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, and my good friend, man, he was like, this is what he said. This is how he got me not to do it. He said, man, before you do it, I'm coming over there and I'm going with you. He was like, I'm going to watch your back. I said, all right, bet. I'm going to be here. So when he got there, he was like, look, I'm going to drive. He took my keys. He said, we ain't going nowhere. We're going to sit here and talk.
Yeah.
You know, he was like, when you kill him, you're going to jail. She's going to start doing it to another dude.
That's what you said, Tony.
That's what Tony said.
So, you know, that situation, I said, okay. He was like, look, go to marriage counseling. He said, if you want to be with her, go to marriage counseling. I said, dude, I don't want to leave my kids. He said, go to marriage counseling. See how she want to carry it. I said, all right, bet. So, another situation came up. This time, I come home from work, go on the computer to check the bank account, move the mouse, her MySpace account popped up. She making plans to go smash some dude when I get home to watch the kids. Why she gonna do what she gonna do? I said, man, I gotta get out of this.
Wow.
I said, I gotta get out of this. So, you know, we agreed. So I was like, look, and I sat down and I talked to her. I said, straight up, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, I'm gonna stay around because I want to stay with my kids. I don't want to wake up without them. I said, you do what you do, don't bring it here. So the final straw was when she brought it home. And I was like, Slim, you got to go.
But
listen to this. Now, this going to mess y'all up. And I'm putting it out there. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. She smashed some Bama in the parking lot.
Of your house?
Came in the apartment and, like, pushed me out the way so she could run to the bathroom. And I stepped in when I went in the bathroom. I went ape shit.
Wow, wait.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, right.
Hold on, yo. Hey. So.
Wow.
All right. Hey, I appreciate your transparency. Good God Almighty. Yeah.
And I told my current wife why I did not want to be in a relationship. That I don't trust anybody.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, I said we can be friends.
From her before
that's how it's gonna be. And she was straight with me. And
he left her already.
Yeah. Oh no, he left. Hey, Black.
Tony, this is. I'm
Black.
sorry.
Hey, Black. No, he left. This is his ex-wife. So, yeah. This ain't his current. He good in his current.
He good.
No.
He good in his current.
No, I don't have no issues.
Right.
So she laid her cards on the table about her past marriage and what went down, and how dude messed over her and everything, and we talked about it. So we were friends for a while before we even started dating.
Right.
Because we were like, okay, we gonna hang out. If you see somebody and you want to talk to them, then you do what you do. But we just gonna go out. Let's go have some fun. And then we started dating. Eventually.
Right.
And then I just told her one day, I was like, we gonna get married. And she was like, you're not gonna ask me? I said, no, I'm just letting you know. I told her straight like that. So we gonna go get your ring. I said, and then we gonna let the kids know, because our kids have been telling us for probably 2 or 3 years.
And kids know. Kids
right,
know.
and they were telling us. So we was like, nah, we just friends, whatever. And we ended up, I got her a ring and everything. And I said, we're gonna go get married. And she was like, so you just gonna tell me, you ain't gonna ask me? I said, man, look, when it's right, it's right, and I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So we got married 2017, the day after Christmas.
Oh, okay.
That was the day our kids set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we were going to just go and do it.
Right.
And they was like, you got to wait till we all come home from school and do it, because we want to be there.
Another thing I noticed too, one of the things that I was saying, my children and the way that they act with this marriage, kids know like when you're in a bad thing versus when you're in the right thing, because they'll be so supportive of that person and that relationship, and they'll tell you. You straight up.
Our kids hung out. Our kids were hanging out, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah,
they were already telling people they were sisters and brothers.
Yeah, because they know kids are very resilient and smart.
Yeah, they are.
Wow is all I can say. But your story definitely proved a lot of the things that we were talking about.
Yeah.
One, you in the beginning she was cheating with you, so that showed what kind of person that she was. But you ignored that part because you know what I mean. And then you got cheated on, but you already saw like that she was a cheater from jump, right. And then the other point that you proved is how you took your time. You and your next relationship, your new wife, you guys dated and courted, because that's what Dre was saying. Take that time, see that person, see those things, and get to know and be friends and do all that stuff before you get married, and then that'll be a successful thing because you'll know.
Mm-hmm. Well, you want to hear something else that might really mess y'all up?
What?
Oh, Lord.
The youngest one might not be mine.
Huh?
Oh, because she was cheating. Oh, so your youngest baby may be somebody else.
Mom said you need to write a book.
You definitely need to write a book.
Yeah, so the court system got me on that, and it could be somebody else.
Wow.
Cheese and crackers. Are you going to find out, or are you going to just let it ride as that's your child?
That's mine.
Yeah. I knew that's what you were going to say.
My man.
That's bananas.
Yeah. Hey, man, Ron, thanks for coming on, man, being transparent, man. We needed that, Joe. We needed to hear stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Because it happens.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know that.
Definitely. Hopefully, that it's helping somebody. Somebody might be in a similar situation, may not be as crazy, but you guys need to learn how to watch the signs.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say that. Hey, Ron, you back in Atlanta or you up here?
I'm up here for this week, but we'll be headed back home next week.
Oh,
we had the Carrot Bars thing.
Right. That's what I was great. All right. Yeah, we need to chop up about that too.
I was gonna say, come holler at us before you leave if you can.
Okay.
All right.
I'll shoot you over the information.
Okay. All right. That's a bet.
All right, Ron.
Peace out.
All right.
All right. So as you guys heard, people deal with outrageous situations just from the not, watching, and that's why I'm single now. No, but see, he is married now. Even though he went through all of that, all of those things and all of those trials, he still managed to pick himself up, find somebody that he connects with and trusts, and still got married again.
Yeah, we go, like I say, you go through situations. I feel like when you go through, I don't know, this can sound crazy. You go through I think you need to go through a bad situation so you can appreciate a good situation.
Definitely agree with that.
So for the people, I know people. We've been together since 16, 15. So this is the only person you know. This is the only dealings you know. So when things come in, you have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah. And people that have nothing to compare to, they jump out there thinking that they could get better. And then they find out what they had is what they needed all along.
Yeah. So, and I don't want people to get into long relationships, leave because they're curious about what else is out there. Can only be with this person, and then you jump out there, and now you're going to look for the same person you just left.
You already left them, yeah.
So, the grass not always green on others. I mean, it look greener, but it take a whole lot of to make that grass. That manure is a mother. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I say when you started out and you felt that this was the one, whatever, put in that work, man. See what it is. You know what I'm saying? But if it's toxic and you know the signs are saying leave.
And somehow I feel that most people that are in toxic relationships or dealing with certain things, whether it's good or toxic, like your body tells you, your everything tells you. I mean, I can't think of a time when everything inside of me didn't give me the answer already. We just ignore it. Listen to yourself.
Because we see the signs, might even hit the message, whatever case is, on the right side, and then on the left side, it's like, yeah, but I'm saying she did, so she did. So you tired of being by yourself, ain't you? You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn, which side of the brain to really, to listen to, whatever. Real quick, hey, Black, you still on here? If you are, man, I just want to know if you got the message from Lucy. But yeah, pay attention to the signs. That's all I'm saying. Like for those who are going through the courting part, the courting stage or the just dating stage, pay attention. Don't get caught up in because it's the bliss you're caught up in right now. Mm-hmm. So you're getting blinded because it's we going out here, we doing this. On Steve Harvey joint, they had the situation where this lady was dating this dude, right? For a minute. I mean, they was going to church together. She was saying they was taking trips for weeks together and, spend all this time together, whatever. He got sick or something and was in the hospital. When she went and ran to the hospital, his brother called her, which is crazy. His brother called her. She went up to the hospital. The brother stopping her. She was like, what are you stopping me for? She said, you can't go in there. Wow. I was like, why? He in there with his wife.
His wife was in there. I knew it.
Now, but it's not, again, we don't know if, what we said earlier about making sure your affairs are intact. Was him and the wife over with and he never, they didn't finalize a divorce or something.
That's the truth.
So she's wife on paper. Which is.
You never know.
Yeah. So
everything that glitters isn't gold.
Exactly. So that's about making sure your paperwork and your stuff is in order, meaning your beneficiaries, all of that. If you move from a different situation, make sure you transfer all the other information over too, because then you'll be stuck. You know what I'm saying? Your current situation will be stuck.
The other thing too, I wanted to say is pay attention to the little things. A lot of times people look at all of the big things. Oh, he took me on trips, oh, he bought this for me, but like watch the small things, both in good and in bad. Some of the things that I noticed about Dre, where I was just like, they're very small, but they were very big to me. Small things like such as, we would be walking together in the street and a car would come and he would protect me, like, first of all, your butt should be on this side of the road, and just make sure I was okay. Running to make sure he opened that car door for me. Just the smallest things where I saw, like, this man is somebody who actually cares about me, who actually considers my well-being and loves me. And they're just small things that you can grasp, instead of always looking at such huge things. Huge things matter too, though, but just watch the small things too.
He said he tell Kay that all the time. Whatever, Mo. Yeah, Mo. The ex gets everything because he never transferred the beneficiary and all that stuff. He never transferred over, and I think we forget about that sometimes when we move forward. It's
Take
stuff we need to do.
Off the stuff,
yeah.
Man.
And you forget, like you be together for so many years, you forget all about that you signed this and that, and you moved on a whole new situation. It don't dawn on us.
I know that's right. He said I pop her hand when she tries to open the door.
Yeah.
See, and something such small.
Yeah.
So small as that,
So make sure that paperwork. Like I said, I just got educated on it myself. So because we don't think about it.
But like, just respond.
I'll hit you back when I get back and forth. All right, I got you. Have fun. I think T-Dog down there right now too. More don't know nothing about relationships. Hey, Black, he been on here for the last couple of weeks talking about he want one. But then he be like, yeah, that's why I'm single.
Like, come on now.
Right.
We're trying to hook you up.
But yeah, so pay attention. That's all we can say. And then, again, during the dating process, like really pay attention. Like she said, not for the big things, but the little things. Watch how they move. You know what I'm saying? Like, is this what she do? And is this what he do? He doesn't wash like I wash. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Is that a deal breaker? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, one of the things you said earlier too, to me that was relevant. Watch and see are those things positive things that can help you versus negative things. There's some things that are different in relationships that actually could be positive for you. Because
you want a relationship that's gonna help you grow. So prime example. So I feel I have great ideas, right? I'm talking $1 million ideas. But I don't know how to get them out, right? So I can talk about it. Ronnie's on it though. You see what I'm saying? So where is her timing? It can irritate me sometimes, but it's irrelevant. Like she's the type to we know you got to be on 9:05 by 9:35. You know, she's that like. We got to be on this time. This is the time of that. That's her. Just, you know what I'm saying?
You know your missions is due in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I be paying attention to everything.
Whereas in some instances, though, I need that. I'll be like, yeah, I want to do this today. All right, maybe you said you want to do this. Make sure you do this and this. So the things that one person might, oh my gosh, you get on my nerves with that. But in some instances, I need that. So I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? At the same token, knowing I need it. So I got to accept that. What's up, Shy? Tony jumped on Instagram. Tony crazy. But yeah. So yeah. Don't be so anal to just brush things off. Pay attention, but like, cause we all got BS, right? I don't care who you get with. No one's perfect. Everyone gets some BS. Your job is to find out how much BS are you willing to accept, right? Because you're gonna have to take some. Because we all have it. How much are you willing to accept? If it's he don't put the toilet seat down. Now, is that a break? Is that a deal breaker? You know what I'm saying?
I know a couple that got divorced because the husband brushes his teeth in the shower, and they take showers together, and she couldn't take it anymore. It was such an irritant to her. I'm telling you, people leave for less. So you got to determine in yourself what it is that you cannot deal with. And know that before you get married.
Yeah, and I think only for me, I think it took for me to be a certain age to mature. Because I was anal about everything. I
You said breach, Dre.
yeah, I was anal about everything, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, everything irritated me because I was once you get hurt for a man, it takes so long to recover from it. So I was dealing with a lot of hurt, I guess I can call it now, that I recognized what it was. So anyone after that hurt, they got it bad, and I wish I could apologize to them, whatever. But it is what it is. So with that, once you got over it, because hurt people hurt people. I mean, I always say that hurt people hurt people. So when I finally got over that and went through my healing process, because I had to check myself first. I had to see what part did I play in this. Once I recognized it, I was able to move on. You know what I'm saying? So
we've been on for an hour.
Yeah. So it's important. You know what I'm saying? It's important to know yourself too. It's important to make sure that you're good to move on. Mm-hmm. Like the person you're dealing with don't know. They don't know that you're going through this or you're handling this or dealing with something. So check yourself first, man. Start with the man in the mirror. And then
I did the same thing, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Start with the man in the mirror. Get through that hurt or whatever. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got to apologize to yourself, if you need to reach out and apologize to whatever you got to do to get over it before you move on. It's not fair to the next person.
But what about when you are watching the signs, but you're considered picky?
Well, what is it you're looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with being... what's up, Dwight? It's nothing wrong with being... I don't want to use the word picky.
No, yeah.
But you have a certain thing for you in your life. You know what you're looking for.
And there's somebody out there that's looking for it too.
Yeah. So if it's something, like I said, that's so detrimental to what you're trying to do in your life, I'm a firm believer if this guy is not... If he's showing signs that he cannot lead... True. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, for your life. Because you don't want to attach your basket to that cart. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't going nowhere. So, no, it's not about being picky. But it's a decision that you do have to make.
And it's about you. It's about your life. So, if that person is picking on you for saying, oh, you care about this and you worried about this and you worried about that, yeah, you are. Because that's what you want your life to be. Yeah. So
you got to follow this man, especially when you do vows. You got to follow this man for the rest of your life.
So you can just dismiss them if they think you being too picky, but maybe they not the one.
Yeah. So like I say stick to. Don't be over. So we're gonna use the word picky because that's the word that's on the table. Don't be too picky. You know what I'm saying? That you miss out.
So picky, you be by yourself for the rest of your life.
Yeah, be mindful what's important to you.
But just remember, like with pickiness, can you uphold what you're being picky about? Because some people be so.
Give me some, girl.
Some people be like so picky, but yet they don't meet their own standards. Mm-hmm. So you have to also like weigh that as well. God, you don't want this person to do this. They can't do this. They ain't doing this, and they ain't doing this. They can't do this. I don't like this. But nobody's perfect, and you aren't either. So,
Yeah. So just like I said, be mindful. I'm not gonna say you're too picky because you're dealing with your life. Can't nobody tell you about your life.
Exactly.
And your comfort zone. Oh, now that's a word. So yeah. I just say be mindful of the level of pickiness. Relationships come with a lot of hard work and discipline. You ain't never lied. I'm too damn picky when it comes to females. And that's what we saying, more too picky.
Too picky.
I get it and receive that.
You have to be true to yourself.
Yeah. And so, like, for instance, I know we joke, play, or whatever the case can be, right? But like, what is it that you... Two questions. What is it that you're looking for, and what is it you're willing to do for the relationship? I mean, and honest with yourself. And the second question, only you can answer because you got to talk to yourself about it. What is it you're looking for?
That's so good because a lot of people are always talking about what they want, but nobody really talks about what they're going to provide in the relationship.
Yeah.
It's a two-way thing. And you can know what you want and what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with, but also be strong enough in yourself to know what you can provide and what you are worth.
Yeah, because you what was I said something? We talked about something like that before. Like for me, like I knew what type of man I wanted to be in a relationship. Now I got that from being around other relationships. When I seen long standing relationships, the goods and the bads, I was able to mold myself into like, you know what? When it's my turn, this is the type of man I want to be. This for this person. So I dealt with myself prior. So I already knew what type of person I was going to be. Now, is it easy? No, I still struggle with it, but I have an idea and I know what I want to be. And it had nothing to do with like Ronnie. But this is just something I knew I wanted to be. And I just work at it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it pays out. Tell you the truth, I don't know. And that's where you got to start.
That's where you start. At least you can say that you don't know, so you can start finding, finding out.
And you realize like what kind of first bump what she is. First find out
who you are.
Yeah, what kind of person, what kind of man do I want to be in a relationship for someone? You know what I'm saying?
Same with the ladies.
Yeah, and then when you do that, what happens is you build, which I already know. Maul, you self-confident anyway. So, but once you make a decision on this type of person I'm gonna be, once I get in a relationship or whatever case may be, then that's when you, I think Shaw was saying earlier about being picky. Then that's when you can start being quote unquote picky. Like, you know what? Because I know what I bring to the table, so I'm only gonna accept this.
Black says, I'm glad I could be a role model to you on how relationships are.
Yeah, because Black, I told you, Mo, man, yeah, no doubt.
Hey, Mama
you,
Gail.
Mo, Terrence, like I said, all them long joints, yeah.
Mama Gail just joined us. She's been married for some years. I think like up in the 30-year time frame. But a lot of people, we didn't have blueprints. I think Ron said that earlier. You didn't have those couples to look up to. You didn't have happy marriages. You don't know how to, proceed in your life. But find those couples that are happy. Find those couples that you're surrounded. That you're surrounded by as friends or co-workers, and watch that. Ask questions. Find out what they did. I have been married for 33 years, baby girl. So 33 years she's married. So that's the type of couple I would look to say, what do you do? How do you do this? I know I've asked probably every couple I know, and they all said the same thing. There are some hard times. There are some times that you're going to go through, that you're going to deal with. But at the end of the day, communicate. Remember, why you were married, why you got married, and get through it. You'll get through it. And don't think that everything is going to be peaches and cream, because it isn't.
Right. I mean, like I said, we started this journey with that in mind. Like, we decide, like, we want to be around other, relationships, longevity, like to feed and to eat from. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I reached out, Black, Luce, like, man, come over, let's kick it, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get together. I'd like to be around other couples, whatever. That helps. I think when you, even like, we can take this even to a business standpoint.
Go ahead. We lost Instagram.
Instagram tripping.
Well, it's way past my bedtime anyway.
So
Instagram shut off.
So that's what we do. I feel like we got to feed off each other. So a lot of people in our age group gets married for the wrong reason and get caught up in the moment, right?
Yes, that's what we were saying. People do get married for the wrong reasons. Number one, put God first. Number two, communication, and you can't go wrong. And see, that's what everybody says. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back. We lost our signal. Sorry about that.
But just remember, she's always right.
Just remember, she's always right.
You know, guys, we getting an attitude about now. Okay.
But on the community, I know a lot of people do say that, but like communication. But listen, it's a second piece to that we always forget. It has to be an open-minded communication. So if I communicate to Ronnie, but she's not open to it and blocks it out, it goes nowhere, and vice versa. So when you having that communication, remember to clear your mind so you can receive whatever the other person is trying to say. Mm-hmm. And then the other person, give the other person the time to say what it is that they have to say, and you clear your mind. So you guys are talking with each other and not at each other.
Yeah, definitely. And so, don't already have your mind made up about what they're trying to say to you. You know,
you're already on the defense.
You're already on the defense.
Soon as she say this, I'm gonna hit her with this.
Yep.
Soon as she say this, I'm gonna hit her with this.
That don't work. Like you gotta be prepared to understand where they're coming from. Right. You know.
Yeah. And again, and then also, you know, sometimes you have to agree to disagree. Mm-hmm. Not all the time, because don't use it as a band-aid, but some situations you gotta agree to disagree. Like Ronnie might like the room blue. I'm saying, well, I think it should be gray.
Basement.
Yeah. So, but I'm not. I've rarely tripped off of it, so I don't mind. Like, if you say so, you know, I agree to disagree, but I'm cool with it. I'm not mad at the blue or whatever. But I'm not just gonna fight her just because I want to make a point. You know what I'm saying?
But that is why you pray together before you do say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So far, I mean, I know it's still early for us, whatever, but so far we've been good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have situations and we actually be talking about, and they arrive even before I can say anything. There, you know, we in them conversations. Like, wow, you know. So it's, and I don't want to jinx it because we've been going so good with this, with, you know, our communication.
Yeah, we have.
So yeah, I definitely, and I do try. Like I say, when she has something to say, agree, disagree, whatever, I try to go in this whole situation with an open mind, so I can hear what she's saying, because it could be something that I didn't even think about. You know.
Same, and I've learned to listen, because before I used to be the dominant female. So, you know, guy trying to tell me this, that, I'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm gonna do. You know, I'm gonna do it my way. But, you know, I have definitely switched roles. My husband is the head, and when he tell me something, I be like, okay, you know, and and it's hard, because I'm one of those. I want to do what I want to do and do it when I do it. If my husband say, you ain't buying that right now, I'll be like, all right, because I respect him. And, you know, he is so conscious in everything that he does, and his thought process, and just everything. And I have a great deal of respect for him. And he has really turned my whole everything around.
Thanks, baby. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So, and what she's saying is, and just because you're a man doesn't necessarily mean you're the head. You know what I'm saying? You have to earn that. That's right, Joe. You have to earn that stuff. So I'm still working to earn things. There's still some things I know I still have to. I know you talked about this. It's crazy. We talked about this the other day. We talking about the walls, and she said her walls are down. But I think there's still a couple of bricks, not that I have to knock down, but I think there's still avenues where I have to still work to get her comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I think she can be more comfortable, but that comes with time. There's still some things I still need to do, but I know that. You know, I don't have no problem. I know it, and that's why I know I have work to do.
Dre is awesome. I don't know what he's talking about.
But I'm a work in progress. That's all that is. But thank you guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate this. Man, I love this feedback. We getting better and better each week. Thank you. Ron, thank you for coming on here, sharing your information with us. Don't forget, try to hit us up. Let's talk the curb bar situation.
We appreciate all that have come on and given the feedback tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Black, appreciate you, bro.
Don't forget, hit up our YouTube page at the Dre and Ro Show and click that subscribe button, because we can't go live on there until we get enough subscribers.
Yeah. And Ma, appreciate it. Hey, Ma,